Welcome to Pillow Talk with Marion Amanambu, courtesy Nigerian Celebrity Network. Hello, this is Pillow Talk with Marion Amanambu of Nigerian Celebrity Network. Thanks for joining today and making my show a part of your day. I do appreciate you watching and hopefully taking away something from what I have to say today. On today's episode, I want to talk about something that you and I see a lot of around us. I'm sure you've seen it, you've heard about it, you know someone who's done it or someone who's doing it, and you can relate to this issue of dating down. That's what I call today's episode, dating down. And by dating down, I mean people who date, I'm talking about women now, who date younger men. Men that are way, way, way younger than they are. You know, a trend that I have particularly witnessed, that I've particularly seen in the last 1 year is that a lot of young men want to be in a relationship with an older woman. They want to date an old, like, seriously, like, people that have asked me out in the last 1 year, 80% are like way younger than I am. Some of them are like 10 years younger than me. And I just sit and I'm like, what the heck is going on? I don't get it. Like, is it some kind of trend that the younger men want to experience an older woman, or I don't get it. And I try to ask, some of them, like, what exactly is it that you're looking for? Like, what is it? And I've gotten some kind of response that threw me for a loop, for real. Like, one guy told me, oh, I like older women, I date older women. And I'm like, hello, you're in your early, is it 30s or something? Like, come on, I'm way older than you. And it's kind of awkward, especially when as a woman you're thrown in that kind of situation. Most women my age, not particularly telling you how old I am, you can guess for yourself. I'm not that old, but all the same, I somehow think, maybe because of my orientation or the way I grew up, or me understanding or being taught that the man is supposed to be older than the woman. Like, your husband should be older by maybe 5 years. I think it's some kind of societal expectation that the man, naturally, your husband, the man that you end up with, is supposed to be older than you by maybe 5 years. And the funny thing is, we see instances of men who are way older than their wives, 10 years, 15 years older than their wife, and it's absolutely okay. Nobody frowns at that. It's not a problem at all. It's fine. But the minute a woman shows up at any event, turns up at any function with a man that is younger, people look at you like, I've had experience, because my ex-husband was younger than me by about 5 years. He was younger. And sometimes I want to believe that's probably one of the reasons why the marriage did not work. Because I think that, for a woman like myself, I would prefer someone who's a little bit more advanced, who's a little bit more experienced, more knowledgeable. And that's not to say that a younger man cannot be, mature enough to handle an older woman, But we have to realize that it seems, from my own experience, like a generation gap. And to me, I feel like, you know what? When they were playing Kool and the Gang, this guy was probably in maybe some kind of kindergarten somewhere or something, and if I can relate to a lot of things that happened in the 80s, and he cannot, maybe because he wasn't born then, or maybe because he was still a toddler, or he was still really young. And I find that it's awkward because the discussion that you have and the kind of contribution you expecting, when it comes to some kind of conversation with that person, you're not getting it. As a mature woman, you've seen enough experience, and you're expecting some kind of response, some kind of responsibility that is supposed to be attached to a relationship that you might not be getting from this person, because they are younger, they are probably inexperienced, they still have a lot to learn, they haven't seen as much as you have. So it's what I call a generation gap. And I know some of you will be like, whatever, whatever floats your boat is fine with me. I'm not saying don't date down. I'm not saying don't date a man that is 20 years younger than you. That's not what I'm saying. If that's what floats your boat, hey, go ahead, please yourself, do what you want. But I'm saying, from my own perspective, from my own personal experience, I tried it didn't work. And that's not to say I haven't come across people who are younger than me that are mature. That's not to say that I've definitely seen some people in a relationship that the guy is younger, but the guy is probably more mature, or more knowledgeable, or more experienced than the woman. In such a situation, that kind of arrangement will work, because you expect the man to lead the woman. You expect the man to take the front seat, while the woman, takes the back seat, and kind of fit into this societal model of the man is the head of the household, the man is supposed to be in control and in charge. And every woman wants that. Every woman wants a man that's going to be in control, that's going to be in charge, and is going to take leadership in the relationship, and do things right, and take charge, and take responsibility, and make certain decision as a man that the woman will respect. The woman will be like, yes, that's what I want. She might not tell you directly that that's what she's expecting, but women want a strong man. Any woman, it doesn't even matter how old you are, it doesn't matter how educated or how exposed or experienced you are. Basically, we're all looking for the same thing. We want a man who's mature enough, who can withstand us intellectually, who can understand our needs, who can understand what will make us happy, and take charge of the household, be the one to decide, make like major decisions, even though it's collaborative decision with your wife. You're asking your wife, what do you think about this, how should we do that? Of course, no woman wants to be left out. No woman wants to be sidetracked or thrown to the garbage, and with the man making all the decisions, that throws the woman off a little bit, because women like to have some kind of partnership in decision making. So if you're a younger man and you're gonna date an older woman, my advice is look for an older woman who is within your intellectual range, or within your experience range. Not someone who's like way, way, way above your experience, or way above you educationally, or way above you intellectually. Once that happens, that relationship will be jeopardized. It's not gonna work. And I know a lot of people that have dated down and it did not work for that reason. Because and you know what, something happened last week, and someone called me, and the husband was there, and I did not really appreciate the way she spoke to the man. And I know the reason is because the guy is younger than she is. And I didn't say anything while on the call, because I just felt like really awkward, because once that happened, I I just had like some kind of flashback to my relationship of me wanting my ex-husband to live up to some expectation, to be a man, to, do the manly things and around the house. And I never saw that. I never got that from him. And I couldn't really discuss some highly intellectual things with him because we were not on the same wavelength. That is some serious, serious problem right there. Look for someone within your intellectual range, someone within your experience range. Some women are older, but they are not that experienced. So maybe you want to look for someone who's not like way out there. And, that's for those younger men who prefer older women. Good luck to you. Knock yourself out. Have fun. I'm not saying do not date down. I'm just saying if you're going to do that, be reasonable about it. Think seriously about if you want your relationship to work. And I wish you all the best. And I hope, if you're dating down, you're dating up, it doesn't matter. As long as you find happiness and it works for you, I wish you all the best. And thank you very much for listening to Pillow Talk. My name is Marion Amanambu, and I hope that you can relate to what I'm bringing to you on this series of Pillow Talk. And you can write me, you can text me, you can send me a message. Please let me get your feedback on what you feel I need to do to make this program better. It's just in the beginning stages. It's gonna definitely improve, and with your help, I'm gonna take this show far. So thank you for being a part of my day. I hope to see you next time. Bye.